Thank you very much for being willing to participate. The patient is aware that her face and voice are going to be used in a CD for educational purposes. So if you can, tell me, what did you feel that brought you into the hospital?
Well, it was, first of all, I feel important to say that it was very unexpected, very unusual. I'm 30 years old, and never in my life I faced this sort of problems. I do not have a history of anything related to this, so it was extremely unexpected. In fact, I thought it's some sort of a flu, according to the pains that I had, but just without usual other signs. And I thought it's a flu and also an infection in my eye, because my eye was drooping and it became lower and it was swollen. But first of all, I must say about the pain. The pain was in my head. It was for about a period of time of 10 days. It started with very dull pain, and I used that. First of all, I didn't think much of it. I just continued with my day. Then I stayed at home and I used some very generic medicine, such as Tylenol, which did help at first. And then I remember it was about 5 days into the sickness period, nothing was helping, and the pain becoming very sharp.
Where was the pain?
The pain was in my head. It started in the very middle. It seemed to me like it started in the center, in the stem of my brain, and then it moved mainly. Sometimes it was in the back, but most of the times I remember it being very upfront area, in my forehead, also the sides of the forehead, and behind my eyes. It was very painful behind my eyes.
It was symmetrical on both sides?
Most of the times, well, it was just all the eye area. Sometimes it was more in my right eye, which was affected, and lower down. But when the pain was mostly sharp, it was just eye area, behind both of my eyes. And my right side was, if not in pain, but it was pulsing. It was giving me some sort of trouble. My right ear, my right tooth, and even my right ovary area, all of that side was painful.
And what did you notice with your right eye again?
My right eye, at first, as I just mentioned, I thought it just a regular infection that I got from travel or from being around the sea. It was, the white area was not white anymore. It was kind of, the same color that it looks when it's infected. It was, I don't know how to describe it. It has a little bit of red spots, very little. I think veins were more visible, and also instead of being white, it was creamy color, not white anymore. And it seemed to me like it was very puffy. I thought it got swollen. However, on the closer look, especially when I was washing my face, I could see that it kind of went down. It was puffy. The lid on the front was a little bit bigger, but then the whole area was not red. It was not extremely puffy. It just went down, and it was closed halfway through.
So your eye was closed a little
Yes,
bit.
I could. Well, halfway through. I couldn't. I was able to see through it, but I felt it, and I saw it in the mirror that it was only halfway through. I couldn't open it up all the way.
What about your pupils?
Also, very important thing, my pupils were very different almost from the very beginning, since the eye got affected. The right one seemed even bigger, but it was actually
which one was bigger?
Sorry, the left one,
Yeah.
which was not affected, which stayed just normal. It seemed almost bigger, and it seemed like I had an owl eye. You know how they have those very big eyes. And my right one was swollen, went a little bit down, and the pupil was very small, and it didn't reacted on the light. Usually my pupils will react if the light is brighter. They both will become smaller. If it's a dim room that I'm in, my pupils are much bigger. This time, the left one, the unaffected one, was reacting the same as usual, and the right one would stay always very small.
So even in a dark room, it would stay small.
That's right.
Okay. Did you do any neck trauma recently, or did you injure yourself in any sort of way, or vigorous activity?
No, any drama, vigorous activities. Yes, I just graduated from college. I went to school in the West. I was really involved in snowboarding and ballet. We did a lot of stretches there.
Anything recently, though, before this started?
Since I lived here in New York, I did swimming. I swim every time I have a chance, and before I usually stretch, my neck included.
But nothing out of the ordinary, it seems.
No, I did yoga very intensely. Well, it was beginner level, but it was actually every week here. And I do remember I was tried to put my head, which was suggested by the instructor, to my right side, to my left side. I was pulling with my hand to stretch, but I was doing everything that everyone else was doing, including my
Real quick, is your
instructor.
eye better now? I can't see any problem.
I didn't have a chance to look in the mirror today, but it was much better last night,
Yeah.
and the feeling I have is much better as well. I feel like it's almost perfect. I feel a little bit of swollenness in the
Yeah.
right lid, but it's nothing like it was before. Before, every morning I wake up and I will feel that there is a
Right.
problem with my eye.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.